Speaking of this awakening moment in your life that you noticed that you wanted to be this voice for the voiceless and to use yourself as a catalyst of change in this world, um, were you afraid to confront those intentions with your father? Excuse my curiosity, just because your journey of becoming was so inundated with obstacles already, from losing your mother at such a tender age, then
Yeah.
emigrating to Canada, and facing financial burdens to continue your medical journey, going through depression, and then now after you have finally became a doctor, you want to do something else. So were you afraid to say this to your father?
Yes, I was, considering that I had gone through so many different challenges up until that moment of me becoming a medical doctor. But I think there's also that unsaid expectation from family, especially when you're coming from that kind of background where everybody's hoping that you're going to be the one who's going to uh, be- become the breakthrough of the family. And often becoming the breakthrough of the family means you're showing up and practicing medicine, right? Because it's more lucrative and you get more money. So you can now imagine, here's a medical doctor, now she's taking a different path. I think I was afraid, but my dad received it with grace, with understanding, and allowed me to tap into it. He might not have fully understood it, but he allowed me to be who I am, and he created that room and space for me to just unfold the path, even though he didn't know where it was leading me. There's one moment that I remember vividly. It was his first time experiencing me on stage, sharing my story. It was 2018 in March. And, that was his first time ever seeing me on stage, sharing my story. And my dad was in the audience, and I saw him tearing up. I feel that he knew that I had the ability to do it, but I think what truly touched him was how other people in the audience were connecting with my voice, how other people in the audience were responding to the energy of my calling. So people in the audience were tearing up, and he started crying as well. And for me, I know for sure again that it was tears of joy. I believe ever since that moment, he has never questioned it. It kind of gave him a bit of ease and peace and joy, knowing that what I was doing was being seen, it was being heard, it was being received. And that too, as a man, he responded to it as well. So that's a moment that I'll never forget, even as I'm continue on the path, even when I face a lot of different challenges, because I know that moment meant so much to him. And it meant so much to me as well to see my dad experiencing me in the space of my calling and purpose. And it's a moment that, you know, I think it's the best moment for me. Like ever since I started speaking and sharing my voice and truth, that for me is my best moment ever. Just seeing my dad in the audience and tearing up and coming to that place of receiving me as I am.